Well, very good morning, guys. So last day we have been talking about the static modifier, and in that I just been explained to you the difference between static fields and non-static fields. Not only static fields, non-static fields. We learned about four different kinds of fields. What are the four? Static, non-static, constant, read-all. Static fields, non-static fields, constant fields, and the read-only fields. All the four different varieties of the fields. What I just showed you in the previous class. Okay, all four. Now, talking about these particular fields, talking about the static, non-static, and constant and read-only. So these are the four different types of fields. What we have, I said you the behavior of each and everything. Static and constant are going to behave in the same way. Static and constant will behave in the same way. What is that? Maintains your single copy throughout the life cycle of a class. Maintains a single copy throughout the life cycle of a class. And when you talk about the difference, the only difference is that you static can be modified and constant cannot be modified. And second thing is read only and non-static. Coming to read only non-static, what is it say? Read only and non-static behavior are going to be same again. So they're going to be a separate copy for each instance you create. Minimum number is 0 and maximum number is n. And the only difference is non-static can be modified and read only cannot be modified. Okay, so don't forget, static and constant will be only one and only one copy throughout the life cycle, but non-static and read-only will be based on the number of instances created. It will create you the number of copies based on the number of instances created. If 0 instances are created, 0 copies. If n instances are created, n copies. Oh, this is what I just been demonstrated in the last session. Fine. What next? Today, guys, we are going to look into this. What we are going to look is, we are just going to discuss about the non-static methods and static methods. So last class we talked about non-static fields and static fields. And today let us talk about non-static methods and static methods. So non-static methods and the static methods here. Okay. So we have been done with the constant fields also. And we have been done with the read-only fields also. All these things. Declarations, everything. Everything I just been shown you. Okay. So let's just talk about that. What is that? Read-only and read-only fields and sorry, static and non-static methods. Static and non-static methods. Today we'll talk about the differences between static and the non-static methods here. Okay. So this is the example code what I shown you in the last day, guys, for the first example. I shown you the picture also. Okay, this is the example code what I just given to you in the last class, and I shown you this particular picture also. Fine. Okay. So let's jump into it. Static and non-static methods. Non-static methods versus static methods. Now the point here is to understand what methods are static and what methods are non-static. What is that? If I use this, see, by default every method is non-static. By default every method is non-static. And if at all you try to apply a static keyword on it, that method is going to be a static method. Otherwise, everything is non-static only. Okay. So every method is by default non-static only. And to make it static, we need to use static keyword on the method. That's it. There's nothing more to explain about this, but still, okay, let's write a program, guys. Watch. I'm adding a class here. We'll name this as test methods. Test methods. Yeah, in the same file, I'll also write one more. Two classes I'll write. Okay, here I'm writing another class, internal class methods. So two classes here. But I'll write main method in second class. That's why I named it as test methods.cs. Main method will come here. Okay, so let's define some methods in this class now. I want to write two methods, public void add. Static or non-static? Non-static. Second one, public static void sub. So you can observe one non-static method, one static method I'm defining. Okay, and also in this class, I'm declaring one non-static field and one static field. Two fields. First one is non-static field and the second one is a static field. Now going forward, in the add method, I want to write console.writeLine x plus y. I want to write console.writeLine x plus y. Now tell me, can I directly write console.writeLine x plus y? Can I directly write console.writeLine x plus y? Let's try, guys. Console.writeLine x plus y. Console.writeLine x plus y. Okay, just a minute. Sorry. Console dot. I'm going to execute my code. I did not call the method. You said not possible, na? So just if we execute it, it will tell you what is the error. It will tell you what is the error. Did you get any error? No, na? So this is valida, invalida? Valid here. You said not possible, it's working. You said not possible and it is working. Are you clearer? Okay, okay. Now tell me, can I write a console.writeLine x minus y? I've written there console.writeLine x plus y. Executed, fine, no error. Same way, can I write console.writeLine x minus y? Yes or no? Why no? These are also fields only, na? Just like here, why can't I write here? I'm asking you. So let's try this, guys. X minus y. Error. There is an error. There is a error in this. So actually, where you are getting the error? You are getting error with x. There is no error at x, y, but you got the error with x here. Okay. Actually, there is not much to explain about the static methods and non-static methods, guys. Only one thing I need to tell you. What is that, you know? Only one point. While defining static methods, if you want to consume any non-static members of the class in the method, we need to access them only by using instance of the class. Instance of the class. Okay. This is the only thing you require to remember. Nothing more to explain. That's all. Only thing is, see what I said here, when you're defining static methods, if you want to consume any non-static members of the class in the method, okay, we need to access them only by using instance of the class. The access should be done only by using the instance of the class. So here, I should first create the instance of the class now. What is your class name? Methods. Methods m is equals to new methods, created the instance. Now I should call m.x, m.x. And now see, there is no compiler error or there is no runtime error. I did not call them. I did not call it, but no error came. Got it, huh? But now you have a doubt now. What is the doubt? So it's a little bit confusing now. Sometimes you're directly calling. Sometimes you're using this keyword. Sometimes you're using instance and calling. And really it is confusing for us when to use what. Yes or not? So really it is confusing when to use what. You should have some standards. Nah? Without that, if I vaguely say, here use instance, here don't use instance, that will be confusing for us. Okay, let's clarify that today. Let us clarify that today. Say, listen, consuming members of a class, consuming members of a class, concentrate on the screen, don't look into the notes. Consuming members of a class within the same class. How do you consume the members of a class within the same class? Are you clear? Okay, watch. I have a static member. I have a static member. Want to consume it from a static block. Want to consume it from a static block. Guys, remember, it is a direct access. No restrictions at all. It's a direct access. Okay, now I have a static member. Want to consume it from a non-static block. No restrictions. Direct access here also. Direct access here also. I'll show you. Hold on. I have a non-static member and want to consume it from a non-static block. Want to consume it from a non-static block. And remember, sir, everything is a direct access? Yes, guys, everything. Only one thing is not possible. What is that not possible? I have a non-static member which I want to access it from a static block. Can be accessed only by using instance of class. Instance of class. Okay, I'll show you all the four to you now. Watch. What is y? Static member? Yes or not? What is sub? Static block? Yes or not? So static member, static block, direct access, watch it out. Clear? Next, static member, non-static block, direct access. Static can be consumed in static, static can be consumed in non-static directly. Are you clear? Next one. X is a non-static member. Add is a non-static block. See that, direct access. Static, non-static to non-static, direct access. And what did I say here? Restriction is only one place now. What is the one place? I have a static member and I want to consume it from a static block. I have a non-static member, want to consume it from a static block. Then I require to create an instance and call it. So the only rule you have is non-static members of a class cannot be accessed from a static block directly. 2 times I already said you this point to you. When, sir? Array, when you started calling the methods, the day one you defined 4 methods and called it from main. What did I say? Create an instance and call. Why did I say create an instance and call? Because you want to call it in the main. Main is a static block. Yes or not? Main is static block or non-static block? And the 4 methods you defined are non-static. So non-static members cannot be directly accessed in the static. So that is the reason why you have just created the instance in the static block and then you called all the 4 methods from the main. Did you catch my point or not? Are you clear? That's why very clearly said you are, if you are creating an instance within the class, you will always do in static only. You will never do in non-static because for static only required here, non-static doesn't require. Did you catch the point or not? So what did I say? One day I talked about instance creation. Where to create instance of a class? If you are creating instance of a class within the class, that instance creation should be done under static block. Yes or not? And I said you are a main is static only, so we'll do it from there. And now also I'm telling the same point only. We need to create instance in static blocks only, not required in non-static blocks. Reason? Because static blocks only require the instance for accessing the non-static members. Okay? And one more thing, do you remember when I asked about creating an instance, most of you said instance creation should be done in the main. But I said you, no, not in the main, any static block of the class, I said you. Remember that point? Today we created instance in the method sub C, that is not main. Check it out. Is it main? Method sub, that is static. Any static block you can create the instance. Any static block you can create the instance. You'll be asking me a question. Sir, why should I create that instance? Why should I create the instance? Think logically. You'll understand the meaning of it. Why I should create the instance of the class here to access X. Think yourself logically. What is that? Last day I explained you one thing. The memory allocation for non-static members will happen only when the instance is created, but the memory allocation for static blocks will happen immediately once the execution of a class starts. Correct? Once the execution of the class started now, methods. Y is automatically initialized, right? But is X initialized? No. To call the method sub, instance required? No. Sub is again static. Static members can be directly called. Yes or not? You are calling that now. You are calling. For example, okay, just observe. I'll remove it just for your understanding. I'm writing this code. Now here, I'm calling the method. Which method? Sub. Doesn't require instance. Doesn't require. Why, sir? Static to static direct access. Yes, now I said you. Static to static direct access. So now, see, execution will start from main. When execution started, X is not initialized, but Y is. Now the control jumps to the method sub. Okay? So ignore this for the time being. The control jumped to method sub. Oh, sorry. Now, when the control jumped to method sub, what did you write? X minus Y, correct? Array, when the control jumps here, X is not initialized still here. How will you add X and Y now? X minus Y, how is it possible now? Y is initialized, but X is not initialized. When is X initialized? Only after instance creation, correct or not? That is why you are creating the instance and calling it. Are you clearer or not? Sir, then what about add method instance? How do you call add method? Tell me. Can I call add method directly like this? No, you cannot call like this. Now to call by creating the instance. Methods obj is equals to new methods. Now understand all of you. When the execution started at main, Y is initialized. When the instance is created here, X is also initialized. With both are ready now? Now when I call obj.add, what is the problem now? Control jumps to add method, X is initialized, Y is initialized, both are added. Did you catch my point or not? Are you clear? So that is why, see, that's what you need to analyze. Everything is linked. Yesterday I said you one point. So today if you relate the same thing, initialization will not happen without a instance creation. That is the reason why static members always require instance to access the non-static members. Understood my point here? So these are the rules, guys. If you remember this, you will never have a doubt again. Array, the first three things no need to remember. Na? When direct access, what is there to remember? One point only I'm telling you to remember, that's all. What is that one point? If you have non-static members and want to consume from instance required, otherwise no need instance, nothing. Okay. One more thing I'll tell you. Watch this also. Consuming members of a class from. Till now, what are the rules I explained is within the class only. Till now, all the 4 rules what I applied is only within the class. Now, from another class, no need to talk 2 points also here. Only 1 point. What is it? If the member is non-static. If the member is non-static, create instance and call. If the member is static, prefix. That's all. Create instance and call and prefix the class name and call. Watch it. Now, see, this is the second class now. Okay, now? See, this is the first class. I want to call or I want to access them from same class as different class. Different class. What is the first method? Static or non-static? Non-static. So what to do? Create the instance. Methods obj is equals to new methods and call obj.add. Sorry, obj.add. Second method, static or non-static? Second one, static. How to call? Methods dot sub. This is why you're calling console dot write line every day. Console is the class name and write line is the method name. Are you consuming the write line method from console class or from another class? Are you consuming the write line method from console class or another class? Another class. So prefix the class name, that is static console dot write line. Now understand, if write line is non-static, what should I do? You know, I should first create the instance of the console class. Console C is equals to new console. Then I should write C dot write line. Got it or not? Because the method is static, I don't require to create the instance. Guys, if you remember these points, you will never have any confusion again in the future to understand any of these particular things. Okay, in this, the first 3 things you don't require to bother or you don't require any confusion also. Are you clearer? Yes or not? One more clarification. Sir, what about this keyword? Alright, this keyword I used only when there is a naming collision here. Without naming collision, I did not use this keyword. Do you recollect yesterday? Field name is X, variable name is A. What did I write? X is equals to A. Field name X, variable name X. Then I said this dot X is equals to X. Are you getting my point or not? Okay. So this keyword, no need to confuse or no need to relate this keyword here. This keyword comes into picture only when there is a naming collision. No naming collision, no need to talk about this keyword anywhere at any point of time. I hope this clarifies your questions all now. Understood or not? Understood now? So that is all about consuming the members of a class within the same class and consuming the members of a class from another class. So from now, I think you will not have any more confusions now if I create an instance and call or if I directly call it now. If I directly call means either it is static to static you're calling or non-static to non-static you're calling or static to non-static you're calling. Okay. If I created instance means what is the meaning? It's a non-static to static call. Think wise. From day one, you're calling methods in main, right? Main is, and all our methods are, you created instance and call because the question in the interview was yes. Once a student was raised the question in the interview. What the interview question is? I defined 5 methods in a class. I want to call it from the same class. I want to call it from the same class. When you want to call it from the same class, what is the need of creating an instance? If I call from another class, to tell where these methods are there, you should create the instance and call. Fine, that is fine. But when I want to call from the same class also, why should the instance be created? This is the question. And the question was asked for confusing the student now. Okay. So basically, when I don't explain you this, when I don't explain you this concept, now you will also fall in the soup now. You'll also be in the caught in the soup now. Yes, when I'm calling from the same class, why am I creating the instance? Did you get my point or not? If I don't explain you this here, you will also be landing in a confusion. What is the confusion? When I'm calling from the same class, why am I creating the instance? What is the need of creating an instance when I'm calling from the same class? The reason why you're creating instances because it is done from the static block. Did you get the answer? Because you're doing it from the static block and there is a rule. What rule? Non-static members cannot be directly accessed in the static block. That's the reason for creating the instance. Out of the class mandatory. See, out of the class, what did I say? Create in static, create in non-static also, I said you, right? But there it did not say you create in static. I said you create in static also, create in non-static also. Why? Otherwise, how do you say here this method belongs to which class? Correct or not? You have main method in number of classes. Which main method? You are required to tell that now. So that is why out of the class, okay, but within the class also what you are doing is, within the class we are doing because it is performed from the static block. Am I clear all of you? Yes or not? So this is about the static methods and the non-static methods. Can we create instance in static method also? I already said you that only now. You're asking the same question. Already clarified you. Instance can be created under any static block. So today, every day I was creating instance in the main, but today I created instance in the a static method. Main is also static only. We know that. Okay, but today I did not create in the main. I created under the method called sub because the method is static. Any doubts? Any confusions? All of you. Am I clear? Okay. See, these are the fundamental mistakes what you will make in entry OCR. That's why I'm pinpointing each and everything to you. I'm pinpointing each and everything because these are the main mistakes what you make. So I just say you, object-oriented programming. If you are strong in object-oriented programming, you can easily clear the interviews. They expect you object-oriented programming only. Okay, now? Okay. So don't try to mug up. Think logically. That's what I'm telling you. So you all should always think in the logical way. Just now I explained you the logical way. What is that? Array, why should I create the instance? Means I very clearly explained you. Because I can call this method directly. So when the execution starts, y is initialized, but x is not initialized. So to initialize x, we are creating the instance. Are you clear? Then what about add method? Array, add method calling is done only after creating instance. If instance is created, then x will automatically be initialized. So there no need to use instance again there. Okay, now? So that's what, that type of logical thinking is important. If you think in that way, you will easily understand the subject. Okay, fine. Finally, the last thing what we have, what is that? So we are done with static methods and non-static methods. And these are the rules for consuming members within a class and rules for consuming the members outside of the class also. Within the class and outside the class. We are done with methods also. And then what we have finally is only non-static constructors versus static constructors. So all of you concentrate on this. Non-static constructors versus static constructors. Okay, concentrate here guys, all of you, just concentrate. First point, what constructors are static and what constructors are non-static? Morning you said for the methods and you forget it already. By default, everything is non-static. Again, why are you forgetting? By default, everything is non-static. To make it static, you're required to prefix the static keyword. That's what we discussed in the morning now. Okay, just a minute. Every constructor is by default non-static only. To make it static, we need to use static keyword on the constructor. Is it not the same point I said you for the methods? It is exactly the same thing only I said you for the methods also. Observe it all of you. I am adding a new class here. We'll name this class as constructors.cs. Constructors.cs. Okay. Wait, dear, wait. I'll tell you all these things. Yeah. Now, this is my class now. And now I'm going to write a constructor here. Constructor name is always your class name only, na? Now tell me, this is static or non-static? This is non-static. But now, static. Are you clear? So I'm going to write two constructors in the class. One is static, one is non-static. And I am saying here console.writeLine. Static constructor is called. Next. Non-static constructor is called. Okay. So first, you understood the difference between static and non-static constructor first? Now answer this question. What is that? The second thing what you just required to understand here is, like, can you answer this? I already explained you this thing. Constructors are implicitly called or must be explicitly called? Constructors are implicitly called or must be explicitly called? Must be explicitly called. We already clarified this point earlier. Yes or not? See, what is it? You defining can be implicit or explicit, not both. That also said you either or. But calling is explicit. I already said you this point now. Now I'm modifying that statement. Now I am modifying that statement. What is that? Watch it, all of you. Non-static constructors. Non-static constructor must be explicitly called. Yes, I already clarified this point to you. Must explicitly called, because till now what we defined is non-static only. Today only we are talking about static. Till now what I explained to you is non-static. Okay, non-static constructor must be explicitly called, whereas static constructors are implicitly called. Are you guys clear? I'll prove you, watch. I'll prove you, watch it. Write a main method here. Write a main method for an entry point. That's all. Just writing a main method for entry point. Without main method, you can't start a class. Okay. What is your class name? Now see, in the main method, did I do any calling? Louder here. No. What's the output? Provena. What? Static constructors are implicitly called. Static constructors are implicitly called, but non-static constructors must be. I did not call it. That is why I did not get the output of non-static constructor here. Point clear? Now, tell me this one. What is this? Array, what is the job of a constructor? Initialize fields. Perfect. Job of the constructor is to initialize the fields. But yesterday we came to know 4 different types of fields are there now. Non-static, static, constant, read only. And today we learned 2 different types of constructors are there. What are the 2? Static, non-static. Now can you summarize this now? What constructors are initialized by what fields? What constructors are initialized by what fields? Array, 2 constructors, 4 fields. Match them here. What constructors will be initialized by what fields? What fields will static constructor initialize? I am very clear now. Static and constant. Pretty clear now. Matching static. Constant here is also static only. Non-static constructor. Yesterday we done it already. Non-static and read only. We initialized in a non-static constructor. Okay. So the third point is, listen. we are already aware that constructors are responsible for initializing fields of a class. Okay, and this is performed. And it is performed as below. What? Static constructor initializes static and constant fields. Initializes non-static and read-only fields. Clear? Huh? Yes or not? Okay. Now you're very clear about this now. Now remember, when will the static field initialize? Yesterday we talked now. Static fields when you initialize. Louder. When the? Why you're talking about main method here? When are static fields initialized? Morning also we discussed now. Immediately once the execution of the class starts. Why you're telling main method and all the nonsense? Immediately once the execution of the class starts, automatically static fields and constant fields are initialized. Are you clear? Non-static. After creating the instance as well as each time you create an instance, that also we discussed. Okay. Now relate that with what we learned now. And can anyone answer this question? What is the question? When static constructors are called. When static constructors execute. When static constructors execute. If you understand each point individually, you will never understand the subject. Relate, array, just now we link all the things. What to link? Static constructor will initialize what? Static fields. When are static fields initialized? Immediately once the execution of a class starts. Then when static constructor is executing? Immediately once the execution starts. All three are linked now. Array. Static field is initialized by static constructor. Static field is initialized by? We know when static field is initialized. Array, when you know when static field is initialized, then you know when static constructor executes also. Because these two are linked now. Are you clear? So when static constructor executes, immediately once the execution of a class starts, and it is the first block of code to execute in your class. Remember, it is the first block of code to execute in a class. Is it? Yes, it is the first block of code. Watch it if you want, all of you. I am writing console.writeLine. Main method is called. All of us know this. What is it? Execution starts with main method, right? Yes or not? But watch the output. What's the output here? Afterwards. So did you understand the first block of code executing is the static constructor? Yes or not? Because if the static constructor did not execute there, static fields will not initialize. You can't print them in the main method now. Confusion again. If static constructor doesn't execute, static fields won't initialize now. Yes or not? Then how will you print in the main method here? If you want to print the value in the main method, the constructor should be first called. Then only fields are initialized. Then only you can print the values in the main method. You can print it in the main method. For example, here I am writing static int x is equals to 100. Okay. Who will initialize this? static constructor. Correct or not? Now I will come here and I will try to print the X value. Now see, if a main method executes first, can I print the X value? I cannot print. Why I cannot print? X is not initialized. So that's why what is executing first? And X is initialized now. Then you can print the X value here. Are you clear? So don't forget this one. The first block of code to run in a class is static. Then you'll have a doubt. Sir, can I remove the main method? You can't. Entry point is main method only. Entry point is main method only. Entry point is always main method. Means the control enters from here. After entering from here, then it checks. What it checks? Is there a static constructor? Jumps to static constructor, executes it, comes back, and then executes the code in the main method. That is the process. Is it clear? So from here, execution starts. From here, jumps to static constructor. Checks what? Sorry. Execution starts from here. Checks there is a static constructor. Jumps to static constructor. Executes it. And then comes back and executes the code in the main method. Okay, you can clearly notice it. See, the output is showing you that. The output is clearly showing you. What is called first? Are you clear? Now tell me, when will non-static constructor execute? After creating the instance. After creating the instance, as well as whenever a new instance is created. Whenever a new instance is created. What is that? See, till now, non-static constructor did not execute. 4 times or 5 times I ran the program. But you notice the non-static constructor did not execute at all. Why? There is no instance creation. Let us do it now. Constructors C1 is equals to new constructors. Constructors C1 is equals to new constructors. Watch. Are you clear? Now. C2. So non-static constructor gets executed only after creating the, as well as each and every time you create the instance. The same points I explained you yesterday with fields here. Today you are talking with constructors because fields are directly proportionate to constructor now. Constructor call only will make the field to run. Whatever I explained with the fields applies to constructor. Now can you answer this question? How many times a static constructor executes and how many times a non-static constructor executes? First static. Not 1 year. Yesterday I said you. One and only one. Not one. What is the answer? One and only one. That's what I said you. Non-static. Minimum 0. Maximum n. Minimum count is 0. Maximum count is n. N times it executes for you. The minimum 0 and the maximum is n. Proven now, na? You can watch it clearly. You can just observe all the things what I am showing you on the screen there. Clearer? Okay, na? Fine. One more thing, guys. One more last point. Okay. Now, for example, if at all I'm just going to pass a parameter here in type. How do you pass the value? While creating the instance, already error coming there. Already error coming there, yeah. While creating the instance, we need to pass the value. We already learned it now. Now, if I define a parameter to a static constructor, how to pass the value? Directly means you put the value in the hands and throw it. What do you mean by direct? See, if a static constructor is parameterized, we need to pass the value from when I'm creating the instance of the class. When I'm creating the instance. If I parameterize a static constructor, from where should I pass the value? From where should I pass the value is the question, not a direct or indirect. From where? See, you had a parameter here. You had a parameter here. You pass from here. That is the question. From where? I'm passing the value from the instance creation. Got it, huh? Same question only. What is it? If I have a parameterized static constructor, from where should I pass the value? From instance creation will not link with the static, na? Instance creation is only for non-static, not for static. From where? Right or wrong? Speak louder here. Main. What is executing first? Static constructor or main? Static constructor, na? Then how will you pass from main here? That's what I'm telling. Think logically first. What is executing first? Static constructor. You're standing passing value for main now. Static constructor will execute first, and afterwards main method will execute. Then how can you pass a value from main now? Static constructor cannot be parameterized. Why? That is implicitly called here. You're forgetting that point first. Oh, you're thinking of all the nonsense. Implicitly called now. How are you planning to send a value for that now? Are you calling? Then how will you plan to send a value now? That's an implicit call, not a explicit call. That's an implicit call, not an explicit call. That is why static constructors cannot be parameterized. Second reason, array, that is first block of code here. How will you send a value? That is only the first block. Understood my point here? Before main only that will execute. So there is no chance of sending the value. Two reasons. One reason, implicit called. Second reason, first block, no chance of sending a value for it at all. See, you did not notice it. That's what you should correctly concentrate. What? When I define a parameter here, where I'm getting an error? Error is coming at the constructor call. Yes or not? But when I define a parameter, error is coming at constructor only. That is wrong. Did you understand or not? That is what I'm telling you. Watch, concentrate. Everything you should notice it carefully. So error is coming at constructor calling, but their error is coming at constructor definition only. Means constructor definition is only wrong now. Clear? Put your mouse here. It will show you what is the error. Put your mouse there. A static constructor must be parameterless. A static constructor must be parameterless. What happened? Hello? What happened? Move from there. Don't stop the fan. If you stop that, you cannot sit in the class. Start it and move from there. Just come front. Just to the space and sit. Okay. Am I clear, guys? What is that? Static constructors cannot be parameterized. Non-static constructors only can be parameterized. Okay. Finally, last thing. What? We already learned this year. What is it? Every class contains an implicit constructor, if not defined explicitly. Remember or not? Yes or not? Now, my question is, that implicit constructor is a static or non-static or both? Did you catch my point? Every class contains an implicit constructor if not defined explicitly. Already we learned it, na? Yes or not? Now the question is that implicit constructor is static or non-static, both. Static or non-static or both are. That is the question. Are you clear? What's your answer? Both. Some are telling static. Some said static. For that, I'll ask you a question. When did you learn about implicit constructors? Today or 2 days back? When did you learn about implicit constructors here? Today or 2 days back? 2 days back you learned about implicit constructor. Am I correct? When did you learn about static constructor? Today. Okay. Then how implicit constructor is static here? Did you catch my point or not? You learned about implicit constructor 2 days before only. You learned about static constructor today, correct? Huh? Then how implicit constructor is static, tell me? Okay, listen, all of you, just all of you, your guesswork you have done, but still you need a clarity about all these things. See, implicit constructors are defined in a class based on the following rules. First one, in every class except static class, what is static class? Array, that's our next discussion here. Static class, what is static class? All static members combine together and put in a class, that is a static class. Did you understand? All static members combine together, put in a class, that is a static class. It can contain only static members, can contain only non-static members are not at all allowed there. Did you catch my point? So in every class except static class, there will be an implicit non-static constructor. Did you understand this point? In every class except static, there will be an implicit non-static constructor. What is the meaning? From day one till date, all our classes are non-static, correct? So in all classes, there is a implicit non-static constructor. Understood? Now, second point, what? Static constructors are defined implicitly only when the class contains any static fields in it. Only when the class contains any static fields in it. I'll give you a clarity. Hold on. I'll give you a clarity about all these things. Watch it, guys. I'm defining a class like this, class test. Now answer this question. After compilation, every class will contain a constructor, na? Yes or not? Read the 2 points there and tell me that is static or non-static. Don't look into the notes as I said you, but still you're repeating it. Don't look into the notes as. Try yourself. Come on. I said you class test, and now my question is, this class contains a static or non-static constructor? Non-static. Why? Every class non-static is guaranteed, guys. Are you clear? So after compilation, there will be an implicit non-static constructor. Point clear? Next, class test. Int x is equals to 100. Come on, answer. Confidently. So same now. Yeah, nah, same. Same only, guys. Now also non-static only. Okay. Now watch. Class test. Now tell me. Static, non-static. Static, non-static also. Why? Non-static will be in every class here. Now additionally, what you have? Static field. If there is a static field, what will come now? Implicit static constructor also will come. So after compilation, there will be an implicit non-static and static constructor also. Any confusion? Are you clear? Okay, watch. Static class test. Tell me. What constructor? Wrong answer. Read again. When did I say static constructor will contain a static constructor? I did not say that, na? Then why are you telling static? Read the area. Did I say static class will contain an implicit static constructor? I did not say that, na? What did I say? Static constructor is implicitly defined only when there is a static field in the class. That's all, na? Then what constructor will come here? Which one? Brainless. They won't be non-static, na? Static class will contain only static member, na? No constructor at all. Understood? No constructor at all. No constructor will be there now. Why? Non-static won't come here. I already pinpointed you, na? Except, so there is no chance for no chance for non-static at all. Only option is static. But what did I say about static? Static constructors are defined implicitly only when the class contains any static fields. Do you have a static field? Then why constructor will be there? There will not be any constructor in the code now. Okay, now? Finally. Now tell. After compilation, there will be an implicit static constructor. Are you clearer? Yes or not? You'll ask me, sir, in case 4 you're telling no constructor, don't we have a problem? No. No, don't have a problem. Why? No fields at all here. Constructor is required for what? For fields. There are no fields here. Then what is the use of constructor? You may have a router. Instance creation. Why will I create instance? Static class instance won't be created. Nah. Static class instance won't be created at all. Did you catch my point or not? Okay. So these are the 5 scenarios, guys. If you just carefully observe that, you'll understand it. This is a class. In every class, what is must? Except static class. In every class, except static class. Non-static is mandatory. Okay. So in all the 3 cases, we have static constructor. In all the 3 cases, we have a non-static constructor. But static is not mandatory, guys. Static is required only when you have a static field to initialize the static field. That is why here, see, we have a static field. Here we have a static field. So we went for a static constructor. And here we don't have static field. No need. Non-static, no chance to define it, because static class can contain only static members. Finally, guys, what we are learning is nothing to explain here. One point I'll tell you, that's all. If a class is declared explicitly by using static keyword, then that class is a static class. Okay, that class is a static class. Static class can contain only static members in it. Only static members in it. Okay, next. We cannot create the instance of a static class, and moreover, it's not required also. Why? Why do I require? When every member is static only, do I need an instance? That's all. Nothing to talk about a static class. All put together in one class and declared static, that is static class. The best example for static class is console. Console is a static class. Console is a, guys, Visual Studio provides you an option. What option? You can see each and everything what is defined in the libraries. You can see each and everything what is defined in the libraries. What I mean to say is, just a second. You're using console.writeLine. Already we know writeLine is a static method, correct? But now the new point what I'm adding, console is also static class. Console is also static class. You can verify. How to verify? Any predefined class, okay, right click and use the option called go to definition. There will be an option called go to definition. If you click on that go to definition, it will show you the metadata of the class. Metadata in the sense, the signatures of the members in the class. Logic, it won't show you guys, only signatures. Watch. Look, namespace system. Already I explained you here, console class is defined in system namespace. Means what is the meaning, you know? Microsoft has created a project with the name called system. Microsoft has created a project with the name called system. So because they created a project with the name called system, the namespace name is system now. In that project, they defined a class called console. So the namespace name is system and the class name is console. Is it clear? And that's a static class. And these are all the members of that class. Watch it here, top to bottom. Every member I'm showing you there. All are static only. Did you find anything without static? Tell me. Did you find anything without static? Huh? You did not find anything without static there. See, this is a right line method. See, sometimes you call the right line method without passing any values, remember? Yes or not? You pass the right line method passing a Boolean value. You pass the right line method by passing a character value. You call the right line method by passing a decimal, double, integer, array. See here, whatever you pass it will print you, because there are different right line methods that are available for you under the class, and all these are static. And now we'll be wondering, what is that? Sir, can I see? We call this as metadata, guys. We call this as metadata. Metadata in the sense, it won't show you the source code. It won't show you the source code. What it will show you? The signatures, that's all. Array class signature, method logic is not shown, only method signature. If you see here, you'll have a plus sign here. You'll have a plus sign. If you expand this, it will show you the description about the method. Summary. What it does, what is that, guys? Background color. What is the name? Clearly telling you, gets or sets the background color of the console. What is the return type? What errors will come? All the things will be listed for you if you expand the method. If you expand that over there, you can see the complete description of it over there. But this is metadata. So can you see the source code? You can see source code also. How to see the source code? Actually, .NET is open source. .NET is open source. The source code is freely available for all and everyone can see the code. The code is present under one central repository called as GitHub. The code is present under one central repository called as GitHub. GitHub is a public repository today. All companies will place their code. GitHub is a central repository where all companies place their code. Just like say, all of us are placing our photographs in the Instagram today. Instagram is an application where it is designed for posting the photographs. Same way, GitHub is a central repository where all companies will be hosting their source code. Okay. If the code doesn't have any restrictions, we can view the code. If the code has any restrictions, you need authentication to view the code. And Microsoft .NET source code is open source. No restrictions. Anyone can see the code. Anyone can see the source code. Okay. But how to explore it is a big question there, because we have 14 to 15,000 classes. We can't explore each and everything now. Where is it present and all? Very simple. Go to Google, and in the Google, just simply type console class source code in GitHub. Which class you want? Type that. That's all. Which class? Console class source code in GitHub. Just search for it. It will directly give you the GitHub link to you. And when you click on that GitHub link, you can just see the code there. Just a second. The first link only, the top link only you will see. See the file? Console.cs. Console.cs. And watch, this is the source code. Namespace system. And see, inside of it, they imported all those namespaces now. Array, we are we also need to import. Yeah, right now we are still only basics, and already global imports are there. That's where we are not using. But going forward, we will also import. Understood? And this is the complete source code. A to Z, top to bottom, whatever that is present, you can see in this. It's nearly some 2,300 lines code. 2,304 lines of code. What it is defined, what they have implemented here. See, public static void write. You know write method na? Write method. Okay. So it is just going to be the logic what has been implemented for you under the class. This is the source code. So any class tomorrow you want to see the source code. This is the process. What is the process? Just class name, source code in GitHub. Type it, you will get the links. No, sir, I want to see the metadata. You can see directly in the Visual Studio. Metadata means metadata will tell you signatures. Remember signature, I already explained you. Signature of a method. Array, when I explained you methods, I said you the first line is called signature. What it takes, what it returns. That's called as signature. If signatures are enough, in the studio only you can see. How to see? Right click on the class and use the option. What is that? Go to definition. Go to definition. If source code is available, in the local computer, it will take you to there directly. If source code is not available, it will show you metadata. It will show you the metadata. For example, all of you look at this. Let me open the test program. Test program is consuming program now. Is the program source code available in the project? Will I get an answer today or tell me tomorrow? Answer fast. Is the source code of the program class present in the current project or not? Why you take this much time to answer? That is your first class. Nah? That is the first class you defined. Source code available now. So that's why when I right click and say go to definition, it will directly take you to the source code. See. Directly taking to the source code. If source code not available, then what it will do? It will show metadata. Console class source code is not available for me. So where it will take you? Metadata. You can see here guys, it will show you. From metadata. It is going to load you the data from the metadata. If source code available in the same project, it will directly open you the source code and show you where watch. This is the source code. Not available, metadata. Then you should go to GitHub to get the actual source code here. Am I clear? Yes or not? So what we learned today? Static methods, non-static methods. Static constructors, non-static constructors. Static classes. What is a static class? I said you? All static members put together under one class is a static class. What it can contain? Only static members. Static fields, static methods, static constructors. Static fields, static methods, static constructors are only the things what you can define inside a static class. Other than that, you cannot define anything in the static class. Everything should be static member only. Clearer? See guys, just again and again telling you, listening in the class is not over. Read carefully every point and practice. Understood? So tomorrow I will explain you a case study tomorrow, how the ATM systems run. After starting with object-oriented programming till now, whatever I explained you, everything I will relate in that example to you. Okay? Then I ask you a question again, what is the static constructor initialization? Don't put blank faces again. That's what I'm telling you. Read and come to the class. Is that clear? Okay? Up to static classes. Up to the static classes. Yeah, the 5 scenarios what I shown you all are present here also. You can see. I typed and showed you, all are present here. Up to static classes, just go through everything now. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss on the case study. Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.